Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Shubham. So in our previous video, we have discussed about Spring Boot and how we have evolved that from web app toward the microservices, how Spring Framework coming and Spring Boot has reduced the line of code which were used to write. Okay. And with respect to it, we will see some other terminologies before jumping into our actual things. Okay. Initially, what happened was when we used to write our code, right? It was very tightly coupled. What this mean tightly coupled? Actually, the thing is when our code used to be written, it was in a way that whenever you want to add any new functionality to it or you want to modify your code to it, you have to change a multiple thing. Think it as a you want to make your petrol petrol car toward an electric car. Okay, then you have to change your transmission, you have to change the motor, you have to change the engine, you have to change multiple things, you have to integrate battery. Basically the complete design will change. That is how our code used to be written. Okay, so what happened after that, there was something was introduced and it was known as what it was known as loose couple. Okay, loose couple, basically loose coupling. Okay, so what this mean, actually this was used basically to make your code very changeable in a way that whenever you want to make any changes into it, you can do that. Okay, so what they have done is they have introduced something called interfaces, interfaces. That is how it was done. Okay, and while it was being done, we have seen that interfaces came as a like savior to this loose couple architecture. There were many other things as well, like abstraction and all. We will discuss it later in the course, but the thing was interfaces came into the picture. From interfaces, now you have developed so much interfaces, so much loosely coupled architecture, you need something very feasible which will help you maintain all these type of things. Okay, so what they have done is they have created a dependency injection. Okay, dependency, DEPENDENCY INJECTION. Okay, so they have created this dependency injection kind of a thing. What it used to do is it used to automatically suggest to the compiler JVM and Java C that okay, these things has to be integrated together, so I will be doing it, so let's let it be on me. So they termed it as a dependency injection. Okay, and to make this dependency injection, they need to create objects of your class. Okay, so what they did is this dependency injection was dependent on something which will create objects for you. Okay, and they named it as IOC container, IOC CONTAINER. Okay, this was used to create basically objects for you. Okay, now everything objects will be created. Okay, we got the point, objects are created, but how they are supposed to like uh, walk to each other, like talk to each other, what will be the way? In that perspective they have created something else. Okay, and that was application context, like how our application is going to manage it. Who, like whom should we tell, okay, start creating the object for us now? So whom to tell? So there the thing was application context. Okay, context. So application context was created for that. This is the one who will tell where you have to create the object, basically to the IOC container. Okay, it will tell to the IOC container you have to create the object now. So the work was given to the application context. Okay, now the objects has also been created, something, everything has been created. Now there are multiple objects being created. We can't just say we have created this object, we have created that object. So they give it to a specific name to it and they call it as something new. Okay, and something new was, we all know that, and if you are a Java developer or just starting it, you might have heard it. Let me write it for you. That is Spring Bean, SPRINGBEN. What is a Spring Bean? Nothing. Multiple group of collection of objects, nothing else, which is created by application context. Who has helped in creating it? IOC container. And how IOC container has created it? When the dependency was involved. And how dependency was involved? Loosely coupled architecture was involved in that. Okay, this is making, I believe this is making sense to you, right? And after that, okay, we have the Spring Bean, we have the objects. Now how we are going to uh, how we are going to tell our system, okay, this has been created, you can use it now. Like who will tell that? Somebody has to tell that, right? So they have created a something very specific. You might also have known as that is auto wiring. It is also known as auto wire. Basically, Spring help you to make the connectivity between this using some kind of annotations or uh, constructor dependency, constructor injection. We will discuss all that kind of thing, but for time being, just remember it is named as auto wire. Okay, now we get the point. Beans has been created, auto it has been auto wired. But again, how our JVM is going to know where to get it? Like that path is not visible to it, right? That is a machine, you have to tell it. So at the end point of it, what you will do, you will say it, okay, you don't know the path, you can scan it. Go and scan it. Where to scan? That is where you write that line, import something from this stars, import this from that, right? So they came with the concept of component scan. So what this component scan is going to do is whatever you have written in your packages kind of thing, right? It will go there and search for that particular bean. It's that simple. So screen which you are seeing it, okay, from here, from tightly coupled toward the end of component scan. This is all about Spring. This is Spring. This is a Spring framework. This is not a Spring Boot till now. Okay, we have discussed Spring. Basically, I will be telling you how this application context use is going to work. Okay, how Spring Beans has been created and how auto wiring will work, dependency injection, okay, loosely couple, and IOC container. Basically, I will getting deep dive into it and will directly involve you in the questions, like how examiner or interviewer is going to ask you the question on it. Okay, so this is the complete architect of how our Spring framework is running internally. Okay, you can make a note of it, and gradually we will start creating our work on Spring Boot as well. But for the base of these things, you know to know this thing. When you will know these all things, these terminology, how these are working interconnected to each other, Spring Boot will be just a piece of cake for you. You can just learn it in within 2 or 3 days, nothing else. Okay, so hopefully you will like the video. If you like the video, please make a like, click on the like button or subscribe for this effort, because it is taking a lot of effort to work on this. Okay, and if there are any doubt or any question till this part of the video, just comment it down, I will answer that. See you in the next video.